All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we are about to do is close up the case for Hana Kobayashi. As I previously mentioned, this lying criminal, slightly hoish individual, well, she has actually been found now. So fear not. Just like I told you guys, she was never kidnapped. She was never trafficked. But of course, the woman always has to be the victim. This will be my last video on this broad unless something happens to her. But now that we know she's alive and found safe, this is probably it. I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time. Let's do it.
Bring it back.
What's going on, everybody? As you guys know, my name is JB Gunner, and this is Crime Time. Now, before we get into this, the final chapter of Hana Kobayashi, let me first and foremost say thank you to everybody's sports channel. Hell, any of my channels, regardless of platform, regardless of method you choose, whether it's Cash App, Patreon, Venmo, PayPal. Truth is, guys, I couldn't do this each and every day as often as I do if it wasn't for you, the Gun Squad. Appreciate you guys so much, and if you too find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. You can also find the links to some of my other channels, man. Join the Gun Squad, man. Join the Gun Squad. All right. And by the way, just so you guys know, in the new year, I will be doing one video a day over here. I will not be missing a day. So we will be doing various types of crimes over here. Not just true crime, just whatever crime is the big story of that day. Of course, we will follow stories and trials and all that. We got Koburger next year, so it's going to be good. All right, but let's go ahead and get into this story. Guys, Hana Kobayashi, for you guys that do not know who Hana Kobayashi is, it is this missing Hawaiian broad who was on her way to New York City to take a big photo gig, and then she went off the map. She was missing. Ultimately, what she was doing is she was in the middle of doing a green card scam. And she went off the map, snuck down to Mexico, all this different bullshit because she got hustled while she was trying to hustle the American people. So I just want to make this clear. Fuck this bitch, and fuck any of you other motherfuckers that will allow these taco vendors, these lawn care specialists to illegally come, or anybody from south of the border, to come into our country. I just want to make this clear. And by the way, it was an Argentinian, and I like Argentinians. I think that's where my boy Hitler went back in 45. But that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. Illegal immigrants for a reason. And when you try to fucking pull one over on the American taxpayer, on the American people, I'm going to have a problem with you. So I do not give two fucks. If Hana Kobayashi makes it tomorrow, makes it to the next day, I don't give a shit. She's a traitor to this country, and she can go fuck herself. Let's get to the story, though. Let's get to the story. Here we go. Hana Kobayashi has been found safe. Found safe a month after disappearance at LAX drove dad to suicide. That's right. She's a scumbag of a human being. Hana Kobayashi has been found safe and is back in touch with her family. Not her dad, though. Loved ones have revealed. The Hawaii woman, age 31, contacted her relatives on Wednesday to tell them that she is fine, according to a statement shared with the Daily Mail. We are incredibly relieved and grateful that Hana has been found safe, the statement said. This past month has been an unimaginable ordeal for our family, and we kindly ask for privacy as we take the time to heal and process everything we have been through. We want to express our heartfelt thanks to everyone who supported us during this difficult time. Your kindness and concern have meant the world to us. Kobayashi vanished. Well, we already know the fucking deal. Her father ended up killing himself. This was just a horrible, horrible situation by a very selfish, horrible skank bitch. Just a horrible scenario.
And wow, crazy new twist in the voluntary missing person mystery. An FBI probe is claiming that missing Maui woman Hana Kobayashi was caught up in a green card fake marriage scam. Yeah. News Nation's Mills Hayes joins us with more on this one. Mills, you and I were talking about this one before we went live this morning. This keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah, that's what it was, and then we end up with this news. She's been found.
And now turning to a major development on the story we've been following on this show about the Hawaii woman who'd gone missing at LAX. Tonight, her family says she's been found safe. Remember, Hana Kobayashi...
You need to pay back that money, though. You got to pay back that goddamn GoFundMe money.
She was reported missing exactly 1 month ago today, prompting a massive search. Her family said she missed her.
She's probably staying in Mexico because she knows her ass is hit. She knows the minute she re-enters this country, knowing what she was up to, oh man. These are federal charges you're going to be facing, little girl. These are going to be federal charges. Telling you, man. And I feel like I'm the only YouTuber that said from the very beginning that she was guilty. Everybody else was looking, oh, she's missing. We got to find the poor little traffic baby. No, I told you motherfucking snack cake bastards then. She was literally committing crimes then. Hence the verbiage on the text messages. If this doesn't work out, I may lose my freedom. Well, bitch, I hope you lose your freedom. I told you guys from day one, she was a criminal. Every single time I say shit, I'm always right. But no, you guys are, you just because other people put investigates after their name, everybody thinks they're right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, those are investigators. No, they're not. They're YouTubers with less experience on the platform than me. I'm just saying. If I poured 100% into this, my shit would be banging. But I don't really dig this shit too much. I don't like to talk about true crime. I think it's kind of gay. It's for the women's. I'm just being honest. You guys are the Lifetime watchers, the Court TV watchers. I got shit to do. I got to get my dick sucked and play PlayStation and shit. I ain't got time to handle all these cases. I do a couple of them a year, no question. Let's get back to work here.
It's her connecting flight from LA to New York City, and there have been concerns over her safety after security footage showed her with a man her family didn't recognize and was then seen crossing into Mexico. Maya Eaglin is joining me now. Maya,
her ass is running from the law.
What more can you tell us about this latest development? You know, police had stopped their search for her earlier this month because they thought she went missing voluntarily. So does that seem to be the case any longer?
Yeah, Gabe, as you mentioned, police do believe that she went missing voluntarily. We don't know exactly where she is, but we did receive a statement from her family today which said, quote, "We are incredibly relieved and grateful that Hannah has been found safe. This past month has been an
I hope the death of her father drives her fucking nuts. I hope the death of her father drives her into a fucking dark place that no one can get her out of ever. Like the long dark place. You know what I'm saying? You know me, I don't hold nothing back. This bitch is a traitor to her country. She is a horrible daughter. She's a horrible human being.
Imaginable ordeal for our family, and we kindly ask for privacy as we take the time to heal and process everything we've been through. We want to express our heartfelt thanks to everyone who supported us during this difficult time. Your kindness and concern have meant the world to us. Again, no details on exactly where she is at this moment, but let's recap to how we got here. On November 8th, Hannah landed in LAX, but missed that connecting flight to New York City. Right. We do know that on November 11th, she returned back to LAX to get her bags and had some communication with her family members. On November 12th, her family filed a missing persons report, where authorities again later reclassified that as a voluntarily missing person. Then on November...
All I gotta say is Feliz Navidad, bitch, because her ass ain't coming back to them states without catching the case.
24th, police say her father had been found dead after committing suicide near the LAX airport. Fast forward to this past Monday, police discovered that Hannah actually crossed into Tijuana, Mexico on foot. And that brings us to today, where we received this statement from her family again.
And by the way, before any of you scumbags sit here and tell me, how dare you talk about this bitch like this? No, how dare this bitch betray our country, betray my nation? How dare this bitch betray her father and lead her father to fucking suicide, having him worried sick? How dare this bitch do the things that she's done? Don't worry about how I'm talking about this bitch. This bitch is still the problem. How dare you talk about her? You don't know what she's going through. Yes, I do. She's committing crimes. I know exactly what she was doing. She wanted to get that $15,000, and that's just on the green card scam. She probably heard that there's a GoFundMe. He's like, send me some of that shit. You know I'm telling the truth.
Asking for privacy as they continue to put these pieces together.
Broke criminal ass
Thanks
bitch.
for watching.
Yeah.
Stay updated about...
Yeah, fuck her. Fuck this bitch. I'm just saying this clearly. The real reason Hannah Kobayashi vanished on a trip of a lifetime to New York for Mexico. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they're saying. Now that Hanabi Kobayashi came forward to declare she is safe and well, the incredible story behind her disappearance can be revealed for the first time. Kobayashi, age 30, was on her way to New York from her home in the Hawaiian island of Maui. Then she decided to walk out of Los Angeles airport and disappear. She wasn't on that flight by herself. She was on the way to the Big Apple alongside her new green card husband, Argentina native Alan Casais, in a bid to hoodwink immigration officials, the scumbag, officials into believing their marriage was genuine. Daily Mail can reveal. And on that same flight, her ex-boyfriend, the cuck, Amun Miranda, joined him with his own green card wife, Marianne, who just happened to be Casasi's actual girlfriend. This messy love square, all on the plane together, was only possible because Casasi had allegedly given Kobayashi $15,000 with the promise of a similar sum once the immigration documents that allowed him to stay in the U.S. were issued. The ruse of their sham marriage was already in the works after they tied the knot in October. Pictures of the ceremony were shown to Kobayashi's colleagues at Up in Smoke, the Maui smoke shop where she works. I told you she was one of them liberal drug-using bitches. But Casais believed that pictures of him and Kobayashi, perhaps in front of the Empire State Building in Central Park, on Broadway, or by the Statue of Liberty, would be enough to persuade immigration officials that their marriage was real. Trying to scam the country, huh? Broke bitch. That's him. That's the man. Moon Miranda had dated Kobayashi for 2 years before he caught her meeting up with her DJ ex and broke up with her. Oh, she was cheating on that dude too. So she was cheating on him with her ex. I told you she's a horrible bitch. There was no secret. Desiree, a co-worker, told Daily Mail, she told us about her plans. The Argentinian couple wanted to hop on a train at the last minute because it presented an opportunity for photos of their romantic vacation. This is fucking wild. But the dynamics of the group quickly got complicated. Kobayashi's colleagues told Daily Mail she had mixed feelings about going on the trip, feeling both excited by checking off a location on her bucket list where she could see relatives, but also frustrated she'd have to share her flight with her ex-boyfriend, Miranda, who she cheated on. Her co-workers also divulged that her cash cows in the form of Casais and his girlfriend were also a point of contention for the formerly missing woman, who didn't want either of them coming on the trip. Ain't that a bitch? Kobayashi supposedly told them she didn't want to waste time taking photos, but would reluctantly sacrifice 1 day of her weekly planned vacation to satisfy their wishes. And then there was Marianne, who Kobayashi had a recent fight with, revolving her jealousy of marrying her boyfriend Casasi. See what I'm saying? I do remember Hannah saying that her girlfriend had an issue with her, Desiree said. And Hannah was like, girl, I'm not trying to steal your man. This is an arrangement we all talked about beforehand, right? Criminals, thugs. I think we've figured this out. When Kobayashi's family reported her missing 3 days later after receiving cryptic text messages, her co-workers decided to dig since they knew the backstory of what was going on. Trip to New York. Desiree, who had known Miranda since high school, texted him telling him they were actively looking for his ex, going as far as to ask for the Argentinian couple's name and if they made it to New York. All seems very sus, and you should have told her family she didn't get on that flight, Desiree told Miranda. Actually, no, you should have gotten off that flight when you realized she wasn't on it. Explain. Miranda shot back at the questioning coworker, saying it wasn't his job to look after her, and I agree. She's an adult, and I'd heard she's possibly had plans in Cali, which she probably did. I have no reason to get off a plane and miss my time on my own trip for something I thought was as simple as just missing one flight and catching the next one available. I shouldn't have to do anything because her and I split up 3 to 4 months ago and agreed to no contact. Kobayashi's ex-boyfriend, also Vietnamese, defended her green card husband, Casais. Her husband is sweet and just a little guy who wouldn't hurt a fly, he wrote. He has nothing to do with any of this. What do you know? What do you know? Wild shit, ain't it? What the fuck? As they were going back and forth on Instagram, Kobayashi's ex-boyfriend Miranda said his best guess was that Kobayashi was off taking drugs or having a mental health crisis, taking drugs like your boy predicted. To be honest, he wrote, from what her friends and her mom have told me, from some of the things she said to them leading up to this, it's very possible to be having some kind of mental breakdown from lack of sleep, too much psychedelics or coke. Ha ha! I was right all along. In her hometown, sources say Kobayashi was known to use psychedelics, cocaine, and whippets or nitrous oxide. Yeah, look at that. A person close to among Miranda's family told Daily Mail that Kobayashi had a heavy drug problem and that it was a factor in her breakup with Amun. Amun really didn't like her drug habit, said Anita Lopez, who lives on his mother's property. He was disgusted by it. There's a difference between recreational use and abusing. Yes! Ding, 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 ding. She's definitely a social butterfly around here. Definitely not shy, a free spirit. Selena, another co-worker, said she had great energy. That's because she was coked up. She was coked up. Hana Kobayashi's family's awkward message to GoFundMe donors as truth of her disappearance finally emerges. Look at this shit. Just say it. I was right the whole time. Just write it on the wall. Write it in the PayPal donation. Write it in the Venmo donation. Whatever the fuck you gonna do. Just tell the world. This motherfucker's right. This motherfucker right here is right. All the time. Every time. I'm just always right. The family of Hana Kobayashi have told GoFundMe donors they would issue refunds after she was found safe. That's what she said. Anyway, in a bid to help their search efforts, they had launched an online fundraiser raising $47,000. A post was made to the fundraiser, has since said the family would be turning donations off and that they would honor any claims submitted for a refund. They said, we are turning donations off and any donor who would like a refund can submit a claim by December 18th and it will be honored. In a statement, her family said on Wednesday they were incredibly relieved that Hannah was found. They're going to end up keeping all that money. They're going to end up keeping all that money because let me be honest with you. What's the odds that these people are checking that GoFundMe for a message? You need to email the people that donated to you. You see what I'm saying? But that's not what they're going to do. They're going to keep all 47,000 of it. GoFundMe should shut that shit completely down. Guys, let me know what you think. Just say it. You're right, JB. You're right. I know. Cheers. I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time. If you like what I do here and you find my content valuable, feel free to hit those links down below. Support the channel. You can also find my other shit down there as well. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Hana Kobayashi is a criminal, anti-American, dope fiend slut, just like I said she was. I'm out of here.